weigh-in and literally had a fight, you know.
Oh, you already know.
Thanks, guys, mate. I'm so proud, you know, to have met you for starters and the HFC, the Hellas fan club, mate. I'm really proud, mate.
Sunday.
Crazy, mate. Yeah. Hey, Jai. Good to see you, brother. Good, man. Good.
Jim, talk about the turnout out here. Showed up for your son. The energy was electric.
Oh, man, it's absolutely fucking crazy, mate. But the thing is, you know what? This is all about planning, coordinating, and George Kambosos deserves to be able to have this turnout today, mate, you know. And this was just an open media workout, so you can just imagine the weigh-in and obviously fight day comes Sunday, mate. It's going to be crazy, you know. So 5 years on the road, you know, doing it tough, never lost focus, never lost course of who we are and where we're going, and you know what? Here we are now, giving it back to the Australian and Greek fans, mate. It's incredible.
Talk about the mental fortitude you guys have and George has, because you were in America damn near a whole year with the flight delays and things like that, and you know, it's a lot riding on the future fight. Talk about the mental strength that George has, because he's one of the most confident fighters I've ever met.
Yeah, I mean, he's extremely confident. The way George operates mentally is incredible. It's I honestly believe it's a sixth sense. It's a blessing. But the thing is, we've had a lot of adversity, you know, especially with the Lopez fight. You know, they got put off so many times, and you know, and with Triller and everyone else. But we never lost focus. And finally, when the whole thing fell over and Matchroom Boxing picked it up, Eddie Hearn, mate, it was fantastic because it actually went to the promoter that it should have been at the first place. Guys have been doing it a long time at a professional level, and look what happened November the 27th at Madison Square Garden. But never lost focus of where we're going to be and how we're going to get there. So
talk about obviously it was going to be Loma first, and then it was Devin Haney. Was George really disappointed? I feel like George really wanted the legacy that Loma brings with his.
This is just as much legacy at this point in time. It was a Lomachenko deal. The deal was structured around Lomachenko. They accepted everything. He literally, that agreement was almost signed off. The war started, and that kind of threw a spanner in the works for Lomachenko. And respect to Lomachenko and his team and his managers that they made a decision, not because they couldn't get out of the country. They had no issues with the Ukrainian government. It was more about Lomachenko saying that I'm here to fight and fight for my people, and I can't go to Australia 10 weeks out and be here for a fight when my people are overseas and I've got to defend my nation. So once that was clear, the same deal and the same agreement was given to Devin Haney, because Devin Haney told everybody that he would take the same deal as Lomachenko way before Lomachenko made a decision. And the thing is, here we are today with the Devin Haney and you know, obviously Kambosos fight. Sunday, victory by all means. What happens next? Let's just see. Don't be surprised Lomachenko's here at the end of the year.
How has George gotten better since the Teofimo?
Oh man, he's just gone to a different level. He's gone to a different level with his strength, his speed, his feet. And once again, they say when you become a champion, you grow another 30%. So what you saw with Kambosos Lopez, George has now gone to a different level and he's grown 30%. But the biggest thing about George Kambosos, he always carries a chip on his shoulder. George is still going into this fight on Sunday, June the 5th, Saturday, June 4th, back home in the States and everywhere else, as the underdog. And I basically hope that remains the same on all the betting outlets. George Kambosos as the underdog, because we've always been the underdog, and even though he holds all the belts and he is the undisputed champion, and this will clear up this whole undisputed champion thing, he's still the underdog, and he walks around with a chip on his shoulder to make sure that you know, he's still the champion, mate. It's fantastic. You know, he hasn't lost sight of who he is. You know, it's great.
Is it fair that he's the underdog? Is that right? I mean, I know you said you like it,
well,
but I mean,
we don't control that side of it. So if it's fair or if it's not fair, that's the way they see it. Obviously, Devin Haney is the superstar, the American dream, but we love it when George is an underdog. We know that we're just going to, have that status. George will go out and beat Devin Haney on Sunday, and once again he'll still be an underdog. But that's good. That sits well with us. We don't want the favouritism. No one ever gave us anything. No one gave us an easy road to where we're at the moment. We had to do it the underdog way. We had to scratch and crawl to get to the next fight and make it happen. So that underdog status basically it sits well with us. And if you look at George's t-shirts that he's printed, it says against all odds. That's the underdog.
You looking forward to seeing Pacquiao on Sunday, hopefully?
Yeah, man, 100%. I mean, I spent a long time with Manny, Senator Manny in the Philippines, General Santos, and definitely looking forward to seeing him, man. That guy's an absolute legend. No matter what happens in boxing, nobody's ever going to pass Manny Pacquiao and what he's achieved in his career. It's tremendous.
My last one, man. Tank beat Rolly on Saturday by knockout. What did you think of that performance? And do we ever get a Kambosos Tank fight?
I always knew that Tank was going to do a job at him. I actually said 4 rounds. It went 6. But the thing is, look, the lightweight division is the hottest division at the moment. So the thing is, the option of what fights can be made is salivating. It's great. So Romero came out. He came out firing. He started to land a few shots. Tank took the shots. He moves well, Tank. But the thing is, you never sleep on Tank, because the thing is, once Romero made a mistake, that was it. He got put to sleep. And Tank is he's a beast, and that's something that we're looking forward to. But once again, June 5th, Devin Haney. That is our first and foremost priority. Get a job done, and then we can talk about anybody else in the 130 and the 135. That's where we're at the moment. So Stevenson. You don't know. That's what's so exciting about it all. Has George Kambosos changed the way boxing is at the moment in the modern era? He has, because we could have taken an easy fight. We could have taken somebody in the top 60 of the organisations, but we didn't do that. We want the next best. Lomachenko couldn't make it happen. Respect. Devin Haney. Get past Devin Haney. Next best. There's no dipping. We want to give the fans what the fans want, and that is champion versus champion. And I hope every other weight division out there and all these champions are doing the same thing, because this is where boxing should be and will be. And it's guys like George Kambosos who have turned the tables on the lightweight division that no one ever expected he will do to make this happen. And he's upset the American draw card with the Americans and the 4 kings. Well, mate, that's all changed.
It definitely has.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, man. Thank you so much, man. Thank you.